I'm the way, the life, the truth. Tell me, Jacob, when will the lying end? Yeah. And does the striving make you strong? Yeah. 'Cause when I came to love on you, you fought me till the dawn. Finally, Jacob's lying down, and while he sleeps, yeah, I'm gonna dream of a generation not known for the crowns or success, but a king who is not so much is interested in crowds or pleasing man, but knowing I am giving Jacob's generation the key of David, intimacy. Open up the door to the nations, release revelation of intimacy with me. Jacob had a dream for all the ages. Jacob had a drive to build a nation, but the striving is in vain if your only aim is to build your own great name. Because my dream's not what you do. Jacob, will you dream for me? Where did I dream for you? Finally, Jacob's lying down, and while he sleeps, I will dream of a generation not known for their crowns or success, but a king who is not so much is interested in crowds or pleasing man, but knowing given Jacob's generation the key of David, intimacy. Open up the door to the nations, release revelation of intimacy. I am giving Jacob's what's amazing? Jacob, like I said last night, if you weren't here last night, just get the tape. But see, Jacob, he was such a striver. And there's a big difference between striving and work, isn't there? Because work is a blessing that comes from heaven. But he was such a strive-oriented person that he would dress himself up like his brother to receive a blessing from his father, but he was never satisfied because his father blessed him thinking he was his brother. You know? And so he kept running after it. And what happens if we never hear the voice of our Father say, "You're my beloved," is that we do things like this. We miss the doors that open. We miss those opportunities to help the woman that's barfing all over us. But God's so real, he sees all those little things, you know what I mean? And whether we go like this or whether we go like this, he sees it all. He sees our response to somebody, you see, that you only have a split second and you don't even have the opportunity to look at your "What Would Jesus Do" bracelet. Huh? You just have a split second to respond. And in that split second, not only are your children, if you have kids, watching for that split second response, the Father's watching. And he watches every little response. He's crazy about you. He's not out to trick you or deceive you or make things hard for you. He's just watching. And there Jacob is. And he's never satisfied. And because he's never satisfied, what does he do? He runs so headlong that he's going to get that woman. Remember? Rachel. And he gets deceived. Right? So here's the deceiver getting deceived. You know what I'm saying? And he gets deceived, you see, into hanging out with Leah for 7 years. And in that 7 years of deception, they obviously got together, if you know what I mean, because we have kids here. And they had a boy named Judah. Remember that? And Judah was the line of the Messiah. So let me show you what happens when you strive. You miss the seed of the Messiah to the nations in the unfair one, because you're dealing with so much of your own insecurity that you can't see beyond the outward appearance and look inside. And you miss the doorways of opportunity, and then you get angry and upset at God because you feel like you missed it. And all along, God said, if you would have waited and listened and heard. But no, Jacob, I had to deceive you into being with the woman that would bring destiny to Israel and all of the Gentile nations of the world.